Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm in the Butano State Park in San Mateo County. Figured this would be a good time to make a video kind of really explaining what's going on with the Juicy Rentals deal, because I want to make it clear that Juicy is actually a pretty bitchin' corporation, and how it all came about was this. The director of sales North America, this cat named Mike, he had been watching my videos the last couple years, and he was living down in Santiago, Chile. And he moved back up to the States about 6 months ago and got the job with Juicy Rentals. And he had been waiting for an opportunity to add to the Illusion's dream. So when the opportunity presented himself, he wrote me into his script, and I wrote him into my script, and boom. But it has to be understood that Juicy expects pretty much nothing of me except to go live a high frequency dream. There was when I first did the first meeting with Mike, I basically was kind of willing to do whatever needed to be done, and he said, look, there are no expectations. There are no rules on what we would like in your content. We really just want to hook you up with a ride and help your adventure along. So everything you've been seeing as far as Juicy in the title of my videos, or me putting the van in the shots, or just kind of using it as a platform, is totally of my doing. Nobody's asked me to do it. Nobody said, hey, we're giving you a van and we expect to see it in every one of your videos and we want you to title it this or do that. That's all coming from me. And the thing is, that Juicy's a bitchin' corporation. More corporations need to follow their model. And what they're doing is they're offering a bitchin' product at a super reasonable rate so that people like us can go explore the dream and check out Spaceship Earth. Seems like a no-brainer to me. No, I got it. Some people just don't understand how it all works. I spent the last 6 months at home with no car, kind of doing whatever it is I was doing. Basically kind of landlocked. And when the time to move around on the Spaceship Earth presented itself, I rode in a vehicle into the dream. Yeah, it's a giant green and purple van with Juicy written all over the sides. But if you're paying attention, it makes total sense. It doesn't say Nike on the side or Pepsi on the side or Foster Farms chicken. It says Juicy, i.e., life is supposed to be juicy, like this forest I'm walking around in. And many of you guys are skateboarders and stuff. You support your skaters. They wear logos. I'm not even required to wear a logo. I'm not required to do anything by Juicy. And so that's why we're doing the collaboration, because there are no rules. And I suppose if you, the viewer, would want me to be stuck at home, that's your bad. In fact, almost everybody I know is kind of celebrating the latest development in the illusion's dream, because 3 weeks ago, I gotta tell you, I was getting kind of bummed out hanging out in Malibu. Yeah, it's beautiful and all, but there's no forest to be walking around in. In fact, it's a pretty antisocial community, so to be able to go hang out in Fresno with the likes of Josh Peacock and Ben Rayborn and David Gravett and all the boys, Crazy Kyle, Cam, Nick, all the names I can't even list here, because dude, I just met the most high frequency people ever the last week. And that's all courtesy of Juicy saying, hey, we want to just hook you up with a van. We want to send you out on the road. We want to give you a platform to elevate the frequency of your dream. And I'm like, yeah. And as far as house beers go, dude, that's my bro's startup company, man. That's a high frequency product again, because they didn't even ask me. I said, hey, I'm going on this road trip. Would you guys kick down some beers for the boys who are skating? And they were like, yeah. They didn't ask me to do product placement. That's me. That's me stoking out those who stoke me out. Because that's what life's all about, is being part of creation. Giving to get. I have to give first with no conditions of receiving. And that's kind of been what the whole illusion thing's been about. I'm trying to do my best to broadcast the high frequency positive message to spaceship Earth with basically nothing. An iPhone and a Sharpie pen. And those who get it, you think for 1 minute that, look, not to even dog on anyone, I've been wearing Vans on my feet for 30 years. I'm the loyalist Vans shoe wearer ever. I pay for my own shoes, man. You know what I mean? And I don't have a beef with Vans or anything like that. What I'm trying to say is, Juicy came to the rescue and basically changed my life for the better. Dude, I needed to go get out into southern Utah the other week. I was losing my mind. I needed to just go clean my frequencies. And this adventure, it was Mike going, hey, look, the weather's going to be really nice. I know you froze your ass off on the last adventure. Why don't you go have a warm adventure? That's what I mean. They care. Juicy cares about us. That's why they're trying to bring their thing to North America, because if you check out what they're doing in New Zealand and Australia, they're trying to make affordable spaceship exploration accessible to everybody. I'm just stoked. I'm stoked to be walking around in this forest making this goofy video trying to say that I'm not selling out. I don't care. I don't care about any of it, because if someone doesn't get it, that's their own character defect. That's their own shortcoming. I do care I do care about not getting run over by a mountain bike. That's what I care about. Anyway, look. The next statement is not paid for. GC rental vans, high frequency tribe members. Let's get behind them. What? You gonna rent Avis? They don't care about you. You gonna rent from Hertz? They don't care about you. So, I don't know, man. It's a radical path we all have to walk. And it's about balance. Because the other alternative for me is to go hide in a cave and pretend that this doesn't exist. And that's not what the spiritual path's about. The spiritual path's about jumping into life and balancing out the good and the bad and trying to make creation occur in all directions of time and space. So, look, if you see me wearing Abercrombie and Fitch, fucking sellout, man. You see me, an Illusion cologne, absolute sellout. If you see me shilling for some sort of aspartame-filled product, sellout. But to quote Jack Johnson, there's sure a lot of traffic out there, so who's really pumping the oil? We all have to be responsible for our roles in this life, and I don't know, man, it's a balance. It really is just this balance, and I'm in this cathedral right now, and I wouldn't have been able to get up here today if it hadn't have been for the cool people at GC Rental Vans saying, hey, take our van and just go do your thing. So, shock of the kind. I hope all your dreams are rad and cool, and we're getting into the less than holiday, so remember, less than mass is really a con, dude. If you're having any low frequency vibes during Christmas, man, just go be of service to another human being. Stop worrying about what you can't afford. Start worrying about what you can get from your heart. Anyway, this is the Illusion walking around in the Butano State Park.